Hello guys, this is Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. Please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy. In this tutorial, I'm just going to explain the application of inequalities. So let's quickly get started. So the first question is, 3 students are planning to share the expenses of renting a room for a week. By adding a 4th person to the group, each person could save 75 kwacha in rental fees. How much is the rent for the week? So if you look at this question, we can just simply say solution. So we can write solution. And then in this case, since we are looking for the what, how much this student can pay what for the week. So we can say let X be what? Be equal to the rental for the week. Let X be the rental fee for the what? For the week. So after we discover that the rental fee of this student for the week is X, so if we pick 3 students, we need to understand that these 3 students are going to share what? They are going to share these rentals, meaning it's going to be X divided by what? 3 people. Now, what about if they add what? 4 students. So if there are now 4 students, this simply means that they are going to be making what? X over 4. So they are going to be sharing the rentals, the 4 of them. And then we need to understand that when the students are 4, there is an extra amount which every person will be having, and this extra amount is just what? 75 kwacha. So we can easily come up with the what? With the equation whereby we can say X over 3 minus 75 kwacha will give us what? Will give us X over 4. Okay, X over 3 minus 75 kwacha will give us the what? The rentals for 4 people. So after we do that, this guy we can just simply multiply throughout by 12. We can multiply throughout by 12. So when we multiply throughout by 12, this will be what? This will be 4x, and then 12 times 75 is just going to give us what? 900. And then when you say x over 4 times 12, it's going to give us what? It's going to give us 3x. So when this guy goes to the other side, it's going to be what? 4x minus 3x is equal to what? This guy can go to the other side and it's going to be what? 900. Then this minus that, it's just what? X is equal to 900. So therefore the rental for the week is just simply what? 900 kwacha. So this is the total amount of rentals for the what? For the week. So please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you contact us to register with Excel Academy. So let me quickly look at the next question. So the next question is, the gas mileage G measured in mile per gallon for a particular vehicle driven at V mile per hour, which velocity is just V, is given by the formula G is equal to 10 plus that plus that. As long as V is between 10 miles per hour and 65 miles per hour. For what range of speed is the vehicle's mileage 22 miles per watt per gallon or better? So let's quickly look at this. So we can say solution. Okay, in this case we have been asked to look for the what? To look for the range of speed, the range of what? Of speed. So this is what we are going to do. So what we are going to do, we are going to say G is simply equal to 10 plus 0.7 V minus 0.01 v squared. And then this is just the equation which we have been given, which is just the relationship. So after we do that, we can now look at what we have been asked. So to determine, we need to determine the speed when g is what? When g is what? 22. So when g is equal to 22, the question is what is the what? What is the velocity? So for us to look for the velocity, we can simply replace 22 where g is. So we say 22 is equal to 10 plus 0.7 v minus 0.01 v squared. At this point, we can collect the like terms. So when we collect the like terms, we can simply take this one that side, this one that side, and that one that side. So this will be 0.01 v squared minus 0.7 v, and then you can say plus 22 minus 10 is equal to what? 0. So when we write this expression, we can subtract there. This will be 0.01 v squared minus 0.7 v plus 12 is equal to what? 0. So when you do that, the next thing we can think about is how we can factorize this equation. So assume that we expand this into two components, whereby we can say 0.01 v squared minus 0.4 v, and then minus 0.3 v plus 12 is equal to what? 0. Because we know that negative 0.4 v minus 0.3 v will simply give us negative 0.7 v. Then we can factorize by grouping. So there we can factorize by grouping. So when we factorize by grouping, we are going to do what? We are going to have this guy to be equal to 0.01, okay, 0.01 v, and then we can say open bracket, then inside there it's going to be what? V minus what? Minus 40. Okay, and then once we do that, we can also factorize that guy, whereby we can say negative 0.3 outside, then open, we can say what? There it's going to be v, it's going to be v minus what? Minus 40. So this will be equal to what? 0. So when you factorize, we have factorized by grouping this part and also that part, and this part has come from the fact that we have expanded 0.7 v. So when you do that, the next thing you can do is to group these guys, since this one and that one are the same. So you can just simply say 0.01 v minus 0.3, and then this side it's going to be v minus what? Minus 40 is simply equal to what? 0. Okay, so with this being written, the next thing we can look at is how to work out that. So when you work out that, you can simply split them. You can say 0.01 v minus 0.3 is equal to what? 0. Okay, or v minus 40, v minus 40 is equal to what? Is equal to 0. So when you do that, the next thing you can simply do is to work out this guy. So when you work out this guy, when you work out that guy, you're going to simply have 0. You're just simply going to have what? 0. You're simply going to have 0. That, and then it should be equal to that. So this will be 0.01V is simply equal to 0.3. Okay, and then this side V will simply be equal to what? Will simply be equal to 40. Okay, so we have found the first value of V, and then the other value, when you divide throughout by 0.1, 0.01, and then there you also divide throughout by 0.01. So you're going to discover that V will simply be equal to what? Will simply be equal to 30. So since we have been asked to express this answer in interval notation, you can just simply say open brackets 30 comma what, comma 40, 30 comma 40, and then close the bracket. So this is the answer for this question. Let's quickly move on and look at the next question. The next question is the specification for an electronic device state that it is to be operated in a room with relative humidity H defined by that. What are the maximum and minimum relative humidity of the operation of this device? So you can say solution there. So this, which is H minus 50, and then the absolute value is less than or equal to 30. This can be rewritten to be positive or negative. H minus 50 is less than or equal to what? 30. Then this can be split to be H minus 50 is less than or equal to 30, or it can be negative H minus 50 is less than or equal to 30. Then this can go to the other side. So H is less than or equal to what? 30 plus 50. And then H is less than or equal to 80. This side, when you divide throughout by negative 1, you divide throughout by negative 1, this will simply be what? H minus 50. Because we have used negative 1, this will be greater than or equal to what? Negative 30. Then this will be H is greater than or equal to negative 30 plus what? Plus 50. So this will give us H is greater than or equal to what? 20. So in this case, when we express this guy in interval notation, we are simply going to have what? 20 is less than or equal to H and is less than or equal to what? 80. So in this case, you can simply say the what? The maximum, okay, the maximum here will be what? Will be equal to 80, and then the minimum is what? Is 20. Minimum is simply what? 20. So this is how easily you can work out this question. So please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy. So let me quickly move on and look at the next question. A rectangular field with perimeter of 80 is to have an area of at least 400 meters squared. Find the possible length I and the width B of the field. So you can say solution. So we have been given a rectangular field. So this is the rectangular field. So you can find this is the length, this is the what? The breadth, this is the length, and this is the breadth. So to look for the perimeter is simply equal to what? Is simply equal to L plus B plus B. This is just simply equal to what? The perimeter we have been given, it's 80. So 80 is equal to what? 2L plus 2B. So when you work out this can be factorized. So 2 outside, and then you have what? L plus B, and then is equal to what? 80. when you divide throughout by 2, this will give you L plus C. B is equal to what? 80. And then you can make B or L the subject of the what? Of the formula. So in this case, I'll make B to be the subject of the formula. By the way, sorry for that mistake here. It's not supposed to be 80. Instead, it's supposed to be what? It's supposed to be 40, because when you divide 80 by 2, it's going to give you what? 40. So when you make B the subject of the formula, this will be B is simply equal to 40 minus what? Minus L. And this can be what? Our equation 1. Then equation 2 can come from the area. We know that the area of a rectangle is simply equal to L times what? B. So LB is simply equal to, we know the area we have been given, which is what? Which is 400 meters squared. So this will be what? Our equation what? Equation 2. So if we were to replace, this guy in that guy, you need to understand that this will simply be what? B open bracket 40 minus what? Minus L open bracket is equal to what? 400, like that. Then after we do that, we need to understand that we have replaced what? We have simply replaced B where L is. So B has been replaced by that. So this is simply supposed to be what? L there. Okay, this is L. So L times that, it is just 40 L. And then we have L times L is just the L what? L squared is equal to what? 400, like that. So when we come up with that, we can simply work out this, whereby we can say this goes that side, that goes that side. So when we do that, this will give us L squared. L squared is going to give us L squared is simply equal to that which is minus 40L and then plus 400 is simply equal to what? 0. Then when we reach at this point, we can look for the product, sum, and the factor. We can simply look for the product, sum, and the factor. So product, sum, and the factor. So the product is what? Is 400. The product is 400. And then the sum is negative 40. And then the what? The factors will just be negative 20 and the negative 20. So in this case, we simply have L minus 20, open bracket. Again, we say L minus what? Minus 20. And D is simply equal to what? 0. So in short, the length is L is equal to what? 20 meters. Okay. What about the breadth? So to find the breadth, we'll go back and use the formula that we derived. So this formula, we can just simply put B is simply equal to 40 minus what? Minus 20, because L is 20. So breadth is simply going to be what? 20 meters. Yeah. So it's going to be 20 meters. So this is how you can easily look for the answer and how you can solve this question. So let me quickly move on and look at the other question. So this question we have been asked to work out, and this question reads, in the vicinity of a bonfire, the temperature T in degrees Celsius at a distance of X meters from the center of the fire was given by T is equal to 600,000 over X squared plus 300. At what range of distance from the fire center was the temperature less than 500? So this question is very easy. So you can say solution. Okay. So please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy. So in this case, since we have been asked to find the temperature when it is less than what? Less than 500 that. So here what we can say is we have been given temperature should be what? Should be less than 500. Temperature should be less than 500. And we know that the temperature is denoted by that. So we are just going to replace where T is, we put that. So this will be 600,000 over x squared plus 300. And then it should be less than what? 500. So we can cross multiply there. This will give us what? This will give us 600,000 is less than 500 open bracket x squared plus 300. And then you can divide throughout by 500. You can divide throughout by what? By 500. Okay. So when you divide throughout by 500, this side it's going to be 1200 is less than what? X squared plus what? 300. Okay. So when this guy goes to the other side, you simply going to have x squared is greater than what? Is greater than 1200 minus 300. After that, this will be x squared is greater than 900. Okay. So at this particular point, you can introduce the what? You can introduce the square root. So when you introduce the square root, this will be square root x squared is greater than positive or negative square root what? 900. Square root 900. And this will be x is greater than positive or negative. You know, you don't have a calculator, you can simply say 9 dot what? Dot 100, like that. So this will simply give you x is greater than positive or negative 3 times what? 3 times 10. So x is greater than positive or negative 30. But you know that our distance is not supposed to be what? Is not supposed to be in negatives, because distance is always positive. So we are going to say therefore the distance should be such that x is greater than what? 30 meters. So this is how you can easily work out this question. Thank you very much, guys. Please make sure that you register with Excel Academy and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel.